Well, let's hope the final is just as good as when they played earlier today.
Well,
one.
In and out, up and down.
Is that an omen?
7.
Show his hand straight away. Show his intent. I think it's the shot. Try and open the reds up, possibly open the black up and pink up at the same time. Really well. Controlled it really
12.
well. He's been unlucky if he's not on
he's
something,
on it.
so couldn't have hit that any. Pink and black still tied up, so not a great chance. Even though the reds are nicely positioned.
$90.
Yeah, I think if John's going to win this final, he can't let these visits go to waste.
25.
Got to turn them into frame-winning visits. Most professionals would practice this sort of routine.
He successfully defended the title, overcoming Zhou Yulong 3-2.
31.
And then last year, here at the Morningside, he made a simply exquisite 88 break in the deciding frame to beat Stuart Bingham 3-2.
Yeah, pretty impressive though from both, but Judd to have been in 6 finals.
36.
Yeah, just underlines what a phenomenal player he is, because this format is unforgiving.
Yeah,
40.
straight in the middle of the pocket though, struck it lovely. Tournament started on the first day and he was saying he's taken a bit off his cue, shortened it up a little bit, big breaks and centuries
49.
over the last couple of days. Probably not the best. Looks like it's going to be another frame-winning visit.
56.
It's 56, pink will be 62, so for a very quick kill in the first frame.
Isn't it amazing?
John Higgins.
When that shot is missed,
66.
so often it's overly conservative, but sometimes when it comes to playing safe, you have to take a risk. Higgins doing so here, needs cover.
Well,
And he didn't get it. Now, when he went into the 3 reds, Trump, he did free up the black.
Here it goes now. When the black gets spotted, does the red at the bottom of them 3 red spot?
Black spot occupied. Worse still, the only spot that isn't is the yellow.
9.
But he does have enough latitude to pot pinks.
In
60.
it goes. And freed the other red. So 46. Can't really afford to take the blue.
23.
Oh yeah, this would hurt. Now if he could knock this red out in such a way where he could leave an angle to get onto the black. Yeah, just wanted it a fraction thicker, but he's back in the frame.
29.
He thought he'd almost certainly lost a couple of minutes ago.
Always
But
difficult
from
playing a
29.
double like that when you're concentrating very hard on position. Trump tried his hardest, but it wasn't good enough. Higgins breathing a sigh of relief.
But if he'd got it, he'd probably won the frame, so
5.
On more than one occasion over the last couple of days, John Higgins has had his
8.
back pressed firmly against the wall. He lost his first 5 frames in the group. Beaten 3-0 by Kyron Wilson, then was 2-0 down.
12.
Next outing against Stuart Bingham before coming back to win 3-2.
70.
The Kyron Wilson semi-final. But he just kept plugging away
23.
moments ago. Didn't score a point in the first 2 frames, didn't pot a ball.
30. And the first frame.
And now
John
the veteran is 2 frames away from overall victory. Judd Trump trails John Higgins 1-0. But he never stops slugging away. Never waves the white flag, and that's been in evidence in this group.
tries to put it right.
Yes, he's very angry when he loses. He hates it. But most of the time, he's self-critical. Doesn't blame external factors. Obviously, if they come into play, he would. But most of the time, he's quite happy to have a go at himself.
30.
17 previous meetings in the Championship League between these two. Higgins has won 10, Trump's won 6, and there's been one draw.
40.
That's how long these two have been playing each other. The draw came in 2009 when it was a slightly different format. Now he's got a good angle on blue here.
Yeah, he likes the shot where often he can play like pot a ball, screw off the reds, open them up and back out into the open. Does Judd. Normally plays this shot very well. Doesn't want to go in off. Oh!
Just Trump 20.
How did that not fall? Well, he's attempted the plant there. And that is disastrous.
And I think for Higgins, there's no way he's going to get back to the table. I'd be very surprised. Be very surprised indeed. It's just connecting the dots.
9.
Could probably just set these up now for the let's get cracking on frame 3. This looks over.
$50. $80.
Yeah, with the Reds position where they are, it's one of those strange occasions where it doesn't really matter where you finish, you'll be on a ball. Even there, that's not what he played.
23.
But he's still got a straightforward red into the corner.
24.
He's been the pick of the bunch, there's no doubt about it in the winners group this time, Judd Trump. He's played 7 matches, won 6, only defeat against the man who's now his opponent, and he won the English under 13 and under 15 snooker titles as well.
Wow.
It's wonderful to have talent in one sport, let alone 2, and he was very good at both.
34.
It was just a matter of
35.
millimetres
50.
that the cue ball stayed on the table. How it didn't drop, we can't quite fathom out, but it
51.
didn't. Higgins messed up his next shot. It was going to take a bad miss for Trump to leave the table, and he's not missed.
Yeah, I was still trying to work out how Foldsy lost that frame after making 8-2, and now I'm trying to
59.
work out how that wide didn't drop as well. My head scrambled.
Well, I told you earlier on about the 80 break from Neil. I'm only allowed to mention it once a year, so I can't even talk about it.
I can.
And then clearing the colours, Trump will make what would be his 4th century of the group.
If my memory serves me correctly, put him 1 away from 900.
75. 78. 82.
900. So how long's he been a pro? Judd Trump, Phil?
Well, he's only 33 years of age, so 17 years.
900 centuries.
87.
Yeah, actually turned pro in 2005,
93.
so almost 18 years a pro, but it's still very impressive.
100.
As is
on
the
front.
snooker we're
Judd Trump.
seeing in the final of the Bet Victor Championship League winners group. Judd Trump with a century draws level at 1-1.
Maybe he can, or was he just checking to see if that red would pass into the middle pocket for the... Yeah, for the dump shot. Although he's caught it a little bit thin. And may have left it up into the corner.
If he can pot this and get position, he will not be shirking.
1.
Caught that a little bit thin.
So the winners group, unsurprisingly, has provided more centuries than any other this season.
6. 7.
Yeah, some serious break builders on display today. Well, I'm
Just
not
from
sure about
14.
that one, Phil. Yeah, just the safety from Higgins and Judd into opening the reds up. And there goes another. And a kiss to go with it.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? When you play those shot to nothings, when they go in, you want them to be on something. And then, of course, you're reliant on a kiss on a ball colour, which, in that instance, Higgins got.
Yeah, that's a nice shot. Bit the cue ball round, just arced it round the... Yeah, and I think this has worked out perfect for John. To be able to pop that and free the pink. The reds have got nicely open as well now. For Higgins. He pots this red and gets the black back on its spot as well.
And also, it would seal his place in the Champion of Champions. As yet, he hasn't qualified. Trump has.
Yeah, I think the first one's more important though for John. You know, proving that you can win.
33.
And this would be a landmark for him as well, were he to go all the way and lift the trophy. It would be his 50th professional title.
41.
That, of course, is individual titles. He's won World Cup for Scotland.
Yeah, yeah. I remember how much it meant to him though when I remember seeing him and seeing how much it meant to him representing Scotland and winning it with Maguire recently before the COVID and his sport. It was good to see, playing for your country. Such an honour at any sport.
55.
One more red and any colour, barring
62.
the yellow.
63.
Yeah, no heroics. Just get the black in. 56 in front,
70.
51 on.
70.
Yeah, no problem.
Higgins, normally a very proficient doubler of a ball. That one didn't go in, but it didn't matter. A break of 78, and Higgins re-establishes the lead, this time at 2-1. He needs one more to be crowned Bed Victor Championship League winner.
I'm going to play a slight swerve just to get to this red. Yeah, he's played it as well as he possibly could have done, but he has left a red into the right middle pocket.
1.
Yeah, and look how confidently he played it. That's how well he believes he's striking the ball.
In a tiny way, but enough to spook Higgins, but it was okay in the end, unlike his attempted split there.
11. John Higgins,
The
11.
pack was so tightly packed together that needed a little bit more power than that, I'm afraid. Under the baulk cushion or behind the green and brown. Oh, can he pull out another shot to nothing? And go behind the green and brown.
Yes, and this could be absolutely fiendish, the snooker he lays here. Not as though all of the reds are clustered together. Trump has got problems.
Cushion. Or is he going for the... Has it got enough pace? Has it got enough pace?
Foul and a miss. John Higgins, 4.
You get your steps in.
Yeah, it's the same shot. Same
Foul
outcome.
and a miss. John Higgins, 4.
He's hit this one a bit harder. Now, is it going to get there? Oh, it was close. I think he's played it in a way, though, to not leave anything behind the black. No, down the table. Yeah, I think it's imperative now, though, for Judd that he pots the next ball. Yeah, that wasn't a good shot from John. He caught the first red too thin, which then meant he collided into other reds.
1.
Well, there's your answer. That has been crunched in. I can't really see him unless he leaves that red into the green pocket.
And the concerning aspect for Higgins is that during this group, Trump's been potting these balls to a distant ball pocket at a very regular clip, although that one was miles away. One of the worst shots he's played over the last 2 days.
Yeah, he knew as soon as he was delivering the cue that he'd missed it. He was up on the shot. Yeah, already 20 points in front. If he can just chip away at the lead. Yeah, that was one of his best shots of this final. To force that round off 2 cushions, that needed to be cued perfectly. Now if you can play this cannon right and leave the pink into the middle pocket, something like that, any sort of a cannon with the beginning of the end. Getting his head at this stage.
80.
Yeah, that was a good shot. It was fairly tight, that pink.
25.
Now then, I think he's just one good shot away from winning this final. Oh, he's missed the cannon, Phil.
32.
How's he missed the cannon?
John Higgins, 32.
And that's another attribute of Higgins over the years. He's always been a really good defender of leads like this.
And that's pretty good. In fact, that's very good. And he definitely didn't want to bring the green off.
That's what they call in 9-ball pool, kicking stick. Hit the cue ball into the cushion, and it stays roughly in the area you want it to after making contact with the object ball. That white actually travelled a little to the side, but...
And isn't it amazing how it does?
But what a gem. What a gem.
Yeah, that's a nice little shot, although...
Foul.
Oh dear, disaster. Well,
foul.
I was going to say it's very, very unlikely that he'll miss it again, but he has done. Won't really be that safe. Yes, I'm just opting to nudge it down the table. Now, Judd would like to be able to play sort of safety shot in behind the yellow if he could. Yeah, that's pretty good. Got to catch this thin, but not too thin. Yeah, again, that's a pretty good outcome for Higgins. Oh, this looks disaster. Oh, does it? Yeah, that's where we needed Matt's help. His reaction would have told us everything.
So with a touch of side.
The pot itself is difficult. Yeah, and I think that is Judd's last shot.
One.
He'll be feeling so good, but he won't be dropping any guards. No complacency.
When this goes in. Now, does it pop?
I am so pleased for John Higgins. You can't ever count out the class of 1992. You can't ever count out John Higgins. He's back in the winner's circle.
I don't think anyone will be begrudging it. Not even Judd.
John Higgins, 11. Frame.
Indeed, Judd Trump steps forward. John Higgins officially is the all-time king of the BetVictor Championship League. He's the first player to win this tournament on 4 occasions, and all of those triumphs have come since 2017.